Hello everyone, this is Dayswick coming from my war room in East Taunton, and this is Germany turn 2, and Germany had a lot of money to play with, and for the first buy they bought 4 tanks, 4 transports, 1 minor factory, and with the remaining money they bought 1 more strategic bomber. And before I get on with doing Germany's combat, I'm going to cover a couple of mistakes I made over my last few videos. And since I'm on this side of the board, I'll start with this guy. On USA turn 1, I messed up because I placed all my units in Western United States, and I wasn't at war yet, so I only have a minor factory. So I could only place the boats. So I think I had a guy and the mech, so they can't go there. And I don't think it really matters where they go here, but I'll just put them in Central United States just for the time being. Actually, nah, I'll just put them here because Central United States, there's nothing going on there. I don't think they're ever going to come into play other than, hey, you don't have enough, you don't have any major factories, so you can't place anything out anywhere else. But that's why US will probably keep buying larger and larger units because they have the money for it and they can't place too many. And the other mistake I made, when Italy took Greece, I totally forgot that there's a refugee camp there for at least for this turn. Greece is only worth 1. They drop one IPP for every refugee camp there. And so I moved Italy down to 16. But yeah, so let's get to Germany. I already covered their purchases. It's round 2, so there's no free tech rolls, and Germany's not buying any tech rolls. And anyway, there's pennies all over the board. Let's see if I can cover them all. Since Turkey had a successful revolution and the UK took it, that changes Germany's strategy. I was kind of initially planning on Germany just bulking up on this purchase on land units and then next turn doing Barbarossa. But I think Germany needs to start moving immediately because UK is most likely putting a factory there next turn. And so Germany needs to start pushing, put some pressure on there. I don't think it'll be worth it to go through the Slavic states there to reach Turkey. It'll just take too long, and it'll distract from Russia. But so if we go through the southern route of Russia, we'll still put pressure on Turkey. And there's still all those refugee camps that may cause problems in 2 or 3 turns. We'll see what happens. The Allies, because the Axis probably doesn't care one way or the other based on where this is happening. The Allies actually need to expend units to deal with these refugee camps to avoid a failed state. So that should be interesting to see what happens. And Axis may actually divert some units to, like, for example, that mech, maybe a plane will fly there and take it out so that refugee camp doesn't have a babysitter, and so it'll be one turn further along to a failed state. And, you know, units from Turkey can come down, but basically, Allies are going to be forced to expend units to prevent complete chaos in this region. But we'll see how that happens. That's probably not going to happen until like maybe turn 4. So let's see. Germany's declaring war on Russia. And I'm going to work out which units are going where, like say 3 guys here, 2 guys here, and so on. But basically, every single territory that's touched in Germany by Russia is being attacked. And so tank's going to go one unit, one territory, tank's going to go another one. Guys going to move around. And on Italy's turn, I moved some guys up because I want to immediately move them over there as cannon fodder because they're not going to attack. They're just going to be there to defend. Okay, maybe sometimes attack if there's a can opener move. I have pennies here because I'm just going to, a lot of these guys, the guys in, was it Poland? Yes, Poland. they're attacking the Baltic states. I'm going to disperse the guys from Germany in different directions. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to, because it's all going to be non-combat, I'll move them based on the results of the combat moves. Oh yeah, over here in France too. Part of me wants to leave Normandy for Italy, but Italy already took southern France, and they're not going to be able to use it very well because they're not going to have much money. So I'm going to take a tank and blitz through Normandy and pick up those 2 IPCs and send that into Belgium to take that back with, I don't know, send a guy or an artillery. We'll see what happens. I'll figure that out as I go. And yeah, there's just pennies everywhere because I'm gonna except for the combat moves through France, most of those are just non-combat moves, probably going towards Russia, but maybe some will go north towards England. Let me go here before I get too complicated. Yeah, that sub, part of me wants to leave it there so that I could, if UK is still downtrodden, they won't be able to, plop a destroyer there to kick me out. So I'll get another convoy attack, but I'll see how I feel after combat, because I may just move that sub up there and get ready to bring it somewhere else for combat moves. Or I actually may move down here, but not at least one space out of range of the French ships. Because I'm pretty sure one of those is a destroyer. I'm gonna be pissed if I lost a sub to a nation that didn't even have a capital. That sub, I'm just gonna leave that there for convoy purposes. And if the UK wants to build a destroyer there, I'll leave or attack. We'll see what happens. That battleship, I'm gonna bring it back here and build up. Basically every ship I can, I'm gonna bring it here to this pretty strong naval units here. And the Russian boats, if I'm not mistaken, because Germany controls Denmark, they can't leave. They're just stuck there. They're just in the pool. And as Germany, I'm just gonna let them stay there. And I'm not sure if I should do this or not, and I may change my mind, but basically I want to kick that sub out, so I sent the destroyer. And just in case, I sent the surviving sub that was with the battleship, just in case for cannon fodder. But we're getting that Russian sub out of there, so they can't convoy against Germany on our collect income phase. Let's see. These two strategic bombers, they're going one. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to attack the factory in London. And they'll have 2 moves left, so they can. Let's see. Oh shit! Can they not land anywhere? Did I mess this up? Let me think. Oh no, wait. They're in Norway, so they can go 1 to 112, 2 to 110, 3 to London. And then they can go back to Norway or pretty much anywhere over here if they want to. So those 2 strategic bombers are going to attack the factory in London. And that strategic bomber that's on the aircraft carrier is going to attack the airbase in London. And hopefully get a successful roll and, we're going to try to force the UK to spend money rebuilding the factory and airbase. And if they don't rebuild the airbase, that will prevent them from scrambling on a sea line. And this fighter here, they moved to Rome, which actually turned out to be a great move to scramble for the Tarantino raid. I've been counting out the spaces. They can attack Belarus and then land in Romania. I think they can attack East Poland and then land in Slovakia. So, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how I'm splitting up all the units, but everything's being attacked that Germany can reach. And that fighter is going to help attack one of them and then land in either Romania or Slovakia, I'm pretty sure. But, maybe it's entirely possible I use them in non-combat to land them somewhere for protection, but I think I'm probably going to use them in combat. I'll try to remember it and let you know on the Germany Turn 2 video, which gives the results. And I think those landing units in Norway are just going to... Let me think about this. Yeah, I'm just going to let them sit there for now. And same with the guys in Finland. I actually might... let me think this through. I think I'm actually going to move some guys to Finland for defense against Russia, because I'm attacking them, so they're going to come back at me with everything they have. I actually might move... Oh, let me think this through. Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to move those 3 guys to Finland. And I think I'm going to leave that fighter on the carrier because I want to protect my boats. And I think that's it for Germany combat. And so I'm going to start setting up fights, and I'll come back later to give the results. And I was debating, because I'm doing this test run for the Revolution rules, because Germany had so much money. I was debating, Germany should try to start a revolution, and maybe Persia, because the UK hasn't taken it yet. But because Turkey was already taken, I don't think they would do anything. And as the game's going, I don't want to bring the U.S. into the war, so I'm not going to try to start a revolution in Argentina. Even though I'm still working it out, I want to see, I want to actually do a playthrough where maybe Germany does that on turn 1 to figure out, Argentina would become, if Germany does a successful revolution in Argentina, because of Argentina's leader there, who actually has strong feelings for the Nazis and Hitler, instead of just becoming pro-Axis, that immediately becomes Germany. And I got to figure out, it's going to immediately create a few units and maybe an air base. I was thinking maybe remind a factory, but I think that's too much. I'm probably going to have to do a couple runs where I have that happen to figure out what actually works for placing free units for Germany and Argentina. But I'll handle that later. And so yeah, I think that's it for Germany. Like I said, there's a lot of pennies. A lot of them are just splitting units up and trying to figure out which units are attacking which areas, and then which units are moving a territory in the non-combat moves. But yeah, that's it for combat. I'll be back later. Thanks, guys. Good night.